I'm Dave. You're watching Dave's Taste Buds, and welcome back. I got a banger of an episode for you today. Now, everybody loves the restaurant, the Texas Roadhouse. I've already done a video on their rattlesnake bites right here. Make sure, check it out after this one. The other item that they have that just comes to your table no matter what is those rolls, and that has that sweet honey cinnamon butter. Oh my God, it's the best. So now I'm gonna show you how I make them, and you can have them whenever you want, and it's not hard. So yeah, let's get right into it. Before we start though, I do wanna thank everybody out there who watches.
Thank you all. Thank you.
All my subscribers. Please subscribe and like. Check out my channel, check out my other videos. I'd greatly appreciate it. But I want to give a special shout out to one of my subscribers. Her name is Sherry. She's the first person to comment on every video the day it comes out. So I'm gonna give you a challenge. See if you can comment before Sherry does, and I bet you can't. Let's get right into it because these things are delicious. Now, milk, you're gonna want this to be warm because you're gonna be adding yeast to this. You want something a little bit on the warmer side to activate the yeast. So this is, I'm gonna have all the ingredients and the amounts below. This is a 1.5 cups of warm milk. Just put it in the microwave, about 30, 45 seconds. You just want it warm. You don't want it scalding hot because it's just gonna kill yeast. Then we're gonna put in our honey. I think this is a 1/4 cup. Put that in there. This is 1 packet of yeast, 2 teaspoons, I believe. I'm gonna put that in there. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a mix together. And then all we're gonna do is we need that yeast to activate. Now, typically I would put a little pinch of sugar. If I'm making regular bread, anytime I add yeast to water or milk, I put a pinch of sugar in there to kind of really get that. It helps to get the yeast activated. Something in the sugar, I don't know, sucrose, maybe? Just guessing at this point. I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye Science Guy.
So what I'm gonna want to do is let this sit, but we don't have to add sugar to this because it's got a little bit of honey, and I think it does the same thing. So we're gonna let this sit for 10 minutes. So while we're waiting for our yeast to activate, let's go ahead and make that delicious butter that goes perfectly with these rolls. It's so easy, 4 ingredients. It's not a secret anymore. Stick of butter. This is a 1/4 cup confectioner's sugar, so it's almost like a frosting. Cinnamon, throw that in there. 2 tablespoons honey. This is a shout out to, oh God, my eyes are so bad now. Helen's Honey, local. Look at that. Hey, if you can buy local, buy local. Oh, it did settle a little bit though. There we go, perfect. Oh, yeah. That's it. Make sure your butter's softened, room temperature, maybe even a little bit. It's gonna be pliable. You throw a cold stick of butter in here, come on. What is this? What is this, our first day? Just gonna give it a quick little smash it up, mix it together.
5 minutes later.
That is looking good. That's it. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna set this aside for now, and I'll put it in a little bowl at the end. Make it look nice. Oh my God. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna set this aside, a couple more minutes for the yeast to do its thing. And yeah, get these rolls made. All right, it's been about 10, 12 minutes, and this is looking exactly the way it's supposed to. It's got a little bit of froth to it. So now all we're gonna do, start going in with the rest of the ingredients. So, and you know when you make bread, it's always, or if you make a cake, it's always wet ingredients and then dry ingredients into that. So into that, we got 1 egg going in. We have 3 tablespoons butter. Get in there, butter. Salt. Oh, this Himalayan sea salt. It's stuck there, pink salt. I'm gonna crank this bad boy up. Turn this on. We're just gonna slowly add our flour into this mix. Where's my, oh, for heaven's sakes. Use a spoon, screw it. Ooh, you know I hate flour. What? Half. Just put half the flour in there. Thought I was gonna be slick. Try to slowly put it in.
Congratulations on your epic fail!
Like I said, you could mix all this by hand if you wanted to, but I had this mixer, I get a dough hook. Try it out. Scrape down the sides a little, make sure we're getting everything. Dump the rest of our flour right in here. This is 4 cups, I believe. Start slow, otherwise you're gonna be wearing your flour. And I'm just gonna let this go, occasionally scraping down the sides till it pulls it all together. It all gets incorporated, starts hooking on that dough hook and flipping and flopping all over the place. So yeah, give me a minute. Let's let this do its thing. All right, cool. Let's move this on out of the way. Scoot on over till later, guys. Get off of there. Pop this on. Flour on there. Here we go, and what we're gonna wanna do now, so we just wanna get all this dough off of our hook. It's in here. We just wanna pull it in from the sides so we can get it all balled up. There we go. Once you got your ball of dough, all nice and pulled off the sides. I'm just gonna let this rest and rise for about 1.5 hours. And to do that, I'm gonna put a little, I should have loosened the cap. I'm gonna put a little oil down the bottom of here. Smooth it all out. So it doesn't stick for later on. Go. Now, we're gonna let this, like I said, we're gonna let this rest about 1.5 hours or until it doubles in size. And then we're gonna cut it up, pan it up, bake this thing off. There we go. I'll be back in like 1.5 hours. Let's cover this. See you in 1.5 hours. All right, it's been 1.5 hours. It's time to move on to the next step of making these delicious Texas Roadhouse rolls. See that? That is looking nice. Doubled in size at least. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna pound it down. Let's flatten that out a little bit. I'm gonna put a little flour on our board. Get out of there, dough. There we go. Get that on there. Get this out of the way. Flour on the top. Now, if you ever take a quick look at their rolls, you'll see that they almost have that look like they've been folded over. I'm gonna show you how to do that. First of all we're gonna do is we're gonna roll this out into a triangle.
You just got jammed.
Not a did I say triangle? Jeez, it's been a long day. Here we go. And I'll roll this out. Nice triangle.
Did it again.
I said triangle again. What? Roll that out. Gonna give that a fold. A little more flour on here, a little more flour on there. Drag this back. Oh, get over here. Put this back into a rectangle. Now when they bake, they're gonna plump up and they're gonna make that, they're gonna give that look. There we go. Just gonna clean up these edges a little bit. Gonna put these onto our pan. Little parchment paper just to make it easier. Now we're gonna cover these again just for our last little rest. I'm gonna let them reproof a tiny bit. Again, we're just gonna put these somewhere in the kitchen that's reasonably warm. And yeah, we're gonna let them sit for another half an hour. They're gonna come up a little bit, then we're gonna get them right into the oven. So sit tight. So after another 15 minutes of proofing, this is kind of what you should see. They've kind of doubled in size almost. This is what they want to look like right before they go into the oven. So I'm going to pop them in the oven, 10-12 minutes, then we're going to take them out. Oh yeah. Here we go. Oh baby. Now, before we go any further, I'd like to take a little bit of butter, just brush the top. Oh boy. Oh yeah.
Wait a second.
What is going on right here?
Male pattern baldness.
Whew. Now, I should let these cool down, but I'm probably not going to. See how they plumped up? Looks real nice. Whew. Yep. Those are hot. Maybe I am gonna have to let those cool. Let's put them in the basket. Hacha! 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 Whoa! See how it looks like it's got that fold over that they do? Yeah, looks nice. Whoa! I'm not even gonna lie. These things are hot. You know what? I'm gonna put this last one in here. These can wait. Get a nice shot of those rolls. Whew. Yeah. Oh boy. I shouldn't, but I can't. I just can't wait. Let's pull them apart this way. Ooh. Ha! Ooh, steamy. Tear a piece off. Ha! A little bit of that sweet cinnamon honey butter. Oh boy. Oh. That's as good as it gets. As good as it gets. They're not hard to do. They take a little while. Anything you have to do that deals with rolls or bread or anything like that takes a little time. You gotta proof, things gotta rise, they gotta do what they gotta do. But let me tell you, it's worth it. So you sit down with some of these, some of those rattlesnake bites that I showed you how to make. So I got videos up here. I got a bunch of videos down here. These rolls are phenomenal. So like, subscribe, comment, check out my videos, and when you're done doing all that, go cook something.